It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Kansas City Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Second down, McKinnon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll find the tight end Sullivan complete. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd down and 6 to go.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Man open, it's Moss complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. position. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Here's Tommy Townsend now, standing just about on his own goal line. They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. Able to slither by. 51 yards on the punt there. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. That's going to be caught by Moss. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Defense.
Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
It's another first down and want to be a gain of 21 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive lineman job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Mahomes now to throw. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. There's Trimble, the tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Open man. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 32 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Shi Smith. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports.
Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, 3rd quarter, ready to go. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They juked him. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. They get 11 back on that. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
They'll look to throw here.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defense.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's ride, dog. Let's go do this thing, baby.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. Ooh, with a juke. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments.
We're back now in KC. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss.
And he'll work down inside the 45. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. The 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a fourth down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the gut, Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
An even 100 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 13 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mahomes going to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
139 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. 2nd and goal from the 1. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Shi Smith
from a yard out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now here comes Kansas City.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 66 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead and the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.